Alright, UK round number 13. All he did was move the German tanks to Persia, supposed to assist with the Africa campaign that's going on here by the Japanese. I'm not really sure. Tanks can move 2 spaces a turn, so you could be doing anything with them. I'm simply going to get 6 infantry and artillery and a transport, and I'm going to do 2 transports worth of units into Europe, as well as 6 units into France. I can't really afford that, but the UK's income should improve eventually. And yeah, I think that's it. The UK is not really going to do much. Yeah, these bombers are kind of, they can't really do anything. I can't put transports in free because obviously he just wipes it out, right? So these bombers need to sit in Karelia to really tie down these transports that I'm going to be using. So I think the fleet is free to pretty much do what it wants. I can bomb him, but he can't bomb me unless he risks planes landing to their death. But I'm not going to bomb. I don't think it's worth the risk. The UK doesn't have anything, really, to its name right now, so... with Africa, though, I'm probably going to flood this side of Africa with units. If I can take Egypt, if I can get this choke point here, secure Africa, and then I can start launching landings from this side, start threatening India. I think this fleet needs to accompany this one, so that I can actually make a push. This American fleet here should probably head towards this, to the Pacific, right? The Japanese can't really split their navy up like the Allies can right now. He can try and bog me down with bombers on this side though, which I think he might do. He might just invest in more bombers, they're pretty effective. I'm probably going to invest in 2 fighters for the UK as well, just to fill my carriers that I've got. This sub's going to combine onto the American Navy in 27 here. Don't forget these 2 destroyers. It's either that or I can test Africa from North Africa here. But I can decide that later, I think. I can just come back. If he's going to put a tank here, I'm just going to come back. That's fine. Yeah, better not do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this bomber's safe in Italy. It's not if he takes Libya, but I can move it before he does that, so... Alright, I think it's over to my opponent here. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, it's impossible for him to do anything. Yeah, okay then. It's fine. Okay then, yep, that's fine. So that's the end of UK round 13. I'll be back with America round number 13. A note on my game as the when I was Japan in this position. I didn't win the game. I conceded because I just didn't see a path to victory at all. Because the situation in that game as Japan is very similar to this, is that the Allies have time and income on their side. What is a Japan to really do? Especially since, in my Axis game I accidentally took territory here as Japan whilst Germany was alive. So obviously it flipped to Germany instead of Japan. And then I made numerous other mistakes that just added up to the point where I thought I just didn't see the point in wasting our time dragging the game out. But I'm not trying to jinx or call some bad luck onto my side here, but I'm really liking how comfortable the Allies are in this position. Because I don't see realistically what a Japan can do. I mean, yes, very short-term gains here, but all this problem is going to solve. This is going to solve. Africa will be solved. So the UK's income is going to go back up, which is even more income for the Allies as total, right? Like that is 99 income to 68. I've purposely dead zoned West Russia, Caucasus and Persia here, so Japan gains absolutely nothing. Obviously I'm keeping Russia here, so he has to physically move to kick me off, so you can't just take it and get some more points. It's just, yeah, I'm really liking the Allies' position. Alright, USA round number 13. So the Japanese bought 10 more infantry, 2 tanks, an artillery, 1 fighter and 1 bomber. A bomber and a fighter in Manchuria. 1 artillery, 7 infantry into Russia. 3 infantry to India, 2 tanks to Kwangtung. Combat, he took East Africa and Rhodesia with a tank. He took Libya, and he took Hawaii back. I lost 2 infantry and he lost 1, so yeah, that's fine. I'm not really concerned about what Japan's doing. I did forget to leave a unit in Eastern Canada, so the Americans can take this with a transport from here instead of here. Because I was planning for these American units to actually go to Union of South Africa, but yeah, I have to take this turn with the Americans here. So that delays Africa, cleaning up Africa a little bit. It looks like he's just gonna kill whatever I put down with these Japanese tanks. I've noticed he's moved forward, which means I'm forced to move from Karelia here. Yeah, that's too much. He's obviously got 6 bombers. Yeah, it's way too much for the Russians here, so the Russians just going to retreat to Baltic and meet up with the Americans here. Yeah. Basically got to clamp down on the Japanese income. Thinking whether I should actually trade these with the Japanese here or not, or I might just leave them. Or do I just get as much income as possible? Because if I take them, then Japan has a reason to push forward. He can put a sizable stack into Ukraine here, so I might just leave it under German control. Okay, so I'm going to pause and have a think about my buy here. Alright, so I'm thinking of 13 infantry, 2 subs, and a fighter. I'm going to put the 2 subs in season 11, so obviously you can't wipe it out in 56. I was thinking of building some more ships here and actually sending these units into 56 along with these 2 fighters. I can get a 50% battle, 50-50 battle with him, and obviously if he's successful and he has any ships left, I have 4 bombers to deal with the problem afterwards. But I don't know if it's a good decision if I should give him a battle like that. I mean, maybe because it resets what the position in the Pacific here, and obviously he does have a better position, so maybe it is worth. I'm not really sure, to be honest. It's a 50-50 battle, so he's gonna. You can send 4 fighters and a bomber. He put the bomber in Manchuria, so and not Japan, so he can't have an extra bomber in the fight. So he's going to send 4 fighters and a bomber, and since it's a 50-50 battle, he's unlikely going to have anything left except the battleship. He has no lights, right? He only has 1 destroyer. So I'm going to be instantly hitting into his carriers or his fighters, depending on what he chooses. It's a profit, actually, for the Allies, so maybe it is. Maybe it is worth it. I can get a carrier and then 2 destroyers. Okay, so after some consideration, I actually do think it's worth the Americans stepping into 56 and establishing a small fleet. Because if he goes for this battle, it's a profit for the Allies, because he's going to lose. He's got no lights, right, to take the punch, to take the hits. I do. I'm going to have a total of 5 lights. So I'm going to get instantly into his more expensive ships, right? And if he wants to keep his carriers, he doesn't have to actually, because the fighters can land in Hawaii. But so most likely he's going to sack his carriers. So it's going to be destroyer. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I could just wait until the American income increases and then plan to put a fleet there. Or I just wait for more reinforcements from 11, because this is going to be mine. And then the ships I build here is going to go to 19, then 56. And then I could probably shove a... Because if he because he can control what dies first in the combat. If he does it as cost effective as possible, or trying to do the most damage as possible, he has a 55% chance to wipe out 56. And I have a 40% chance to defend. So either that, or I just commit to blocking up in Italy, solve these small problems first, and then think about... Yeah, because I'm not liking how high he's managed to get his... I'm still higher than him, I'm still making more money. Right, okay, so I'm actually thinking of 12 infantry, 1 artillery, 2 subs, and a fighter. I'm basically going to react to where these bombers go, because if he's going to step forward... If he steps forward and he can have enough to hold, and then he sticks his bombers there, it literally... it stops any unguarded transports from the UK here. If that's the case, then I'll actually commit the UK transports to send more units to Africa. So I'm actually going to commit the American fleet here to the Pacific, meet up with this small navy here, and then once they're in position, then move into 56. And then get some transports and start taking the stuff back. I think America can handle that. The Pacific front here and the European front with the help of the Russians and the UK here. And I think the UK can handle Africa, because obviously at the moment he's only got a couple tanks. He is committing 6 infantry as well, which obviously is 1, 2, 3, depending on where the front ends. It's 1, 2, 3 plus turns the infantry have to take to get to Africa, when UK only takes roughly 2 if I'm dropping into French West Africa here. So yeah, if I could get this battle to a 60% in my favour, I probably would do that. But he has odds. He has better odds, so... And obviously, if he's sacking everything before his planes are just going to land in Hawaii, right? That's most of his firepower. Safe on the island. These bombers... I'm not going to send these bombers after it, I don't think. So it's fine. I'll be patient here. And do a buy like this. I'll just keep dumping 13 units into Europe here. That's still higher than what Japan can offer. But he is slowly increasing his tank core, which can make it here in 2 turns. But I have more of a defensive advantage here with these Russians still around, so... Alright. Take this back. Let's take these 4. Commit 1 bomber to this, and then the rest to this. 4 infantry, 3 bombers should be enough to deal with that problem. Okay, well we couldn't one round it, which is very interesting. We only got 2 hits. For his 2 hits. I'm going to stick this sub in 36, so it pretty much zones every possible place you could put a transport. All these guys are going to come to 21, as well as these dudes. Right, so I'm going to send 1 infantry to Bulgaria, leave 1 in Poland, and move everyone up to Baltic here. Alright, so I'm going to leave the American fleet here, because I'm trying to dead zone Karelia and threaten a 1-2 punch with the Americans and the Russians here. I'm also going to leave 6 transports here so that they can transport every unit in Germany into Karelia as well, with a battleship and a cruiser bombard, and leave the 2 fighters in this area as well. I'm really trying to dead zone it so he doesn't move forward and then stick a bomber there and then dead zone these tiles, meaning that I don't need that means I'm forced to have a small or a fleet here to keep the UK from chucking its units. I'm going to have 2 transports here with some infantry. I'm going to send them to Africa as well. And obviously I'm combining these fleets here. And yeah, everything else is pretty much fine. Well, maybe it's better. Does it matter though if he blitzes it? Does it really matter? I'm just going to kill the tanks next round anyway. Yeah, if he really wants to sack tanks, sure. I'm going to have every infantry possible sit in Baltic. He doesn't have any planes in the area that can stack into Karelia, so any fighters, I mean, he has bombers, but they can't land there the following turn he takes it, so. Alright, I'm pretty happy with this. I've left a note here to move this Italian bomber from the UK, so we can't just go for it with these 6 bombers. There's going to be infantry here, but I'm just going to move it into a better position as the UK anyway. Yeah, this is fine then. Alright, so let's put the 9 and 1 and 2 here. Okay, I did that completely wrong. Okay, yeah, just stop. Artillery, 9 infantry, and then 3 infantry. 2 subs here, and then a fighter in Western. Okay. Nice, okay, nice. So Russia, the only valid move is moving to Baltic here. I'm going to leave 1 Russian behind, so we can't blitz a tank and get these points. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to do absolutely nothing this turn. Yeah, that's fine. And we're going to move every single one except 1 into Baltic here. Yeah, move everyone into Baltic except one. Okay. It does feel sad losing that Russian sub. It really does. Alright, simple enough. Alright. So that is the end of Russia round 14. I'll be back with UK round number 14. Okay, UK round number 14. So all Germany did was move his tanks from Persia to Africa, Egypt, as I thought he would, so he's going to assist in this attack into Africa here. I'm thinking of a transport, 4 infantry, 2 artillery. The extra transport, because I want some flexibility, because I'm probably going to decide to pick off what Japan's putting into Africa here. I'm going to let him push here, and then I'll just come back with a transport and wipe it out. Put my navy here to protect the transport as well. I'm going to take this with 1 infantry as well. Leave the artillery behind. And obviously if any tank ends on this side of Africa, it's just going to get killed. So you might choose just to blitz the territory, waiting for these infantry to come and reinforce. So I'm probably going to send some, yeah, like I prepared earlier, these infantry in the Americas here to Africa. And then kick him out, and then create a choke point on Egypt, hopefully. And I might get lucky and pick off these German tanks if the opportunity arises. Yeah, that's my my buy. All I'm going to do is take South Africa here. Hopefully I get lucky and kill the tank that's attacking it. I think that's it. There's nothing else to do. Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to commit several infantry a turn now. Looks like he's just sending the Indian units to Africa here. But if I can get a fleet on this side somehow, or if America could start pressuring this, there'll be less units heading towards Africa. So yeah, I think that's it. Now I'm pretty sure this transport is safe on its own. You guys are moving up. I'm actually going to move the bomber down here with a fighter, and then these 4 going down and dropping units off into French West Africa. Then these dudes are going to move up. If he's going to blitz a tank to take these points, the Americans can just deal with the problem. It's completely fine. And the fleet's going to stay here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the fighters can make it back. So the sub. Can follow the American fleet. Yeah, just get an extra hit to tank against the Japanese if combat does commence here. Transport, yeah, and everything else is going into France. Okay. I just got to get the UK's income back up to what's that, 26 right now. 37, 28, 29, 31. So if I can get it back up to 31, then the UK is doing okay. Yeah, if the UK can take these 5 points off the Japanese, it will add up. It will start to add up. I'm still profit above him, because obviously the Americans aren't too far behind. Alright, so yeah, I think the game's going okay. I think I'm still in control slightly, but obviously he's still growing stronger every turn as well. But yeah, the Americans are catching up, or they're keeping close. Yeah, very happy I preserved the I think it was the best choice to preserve the Russians here. Like, if I left them there, he would have like 22 less units here. So, but I think it is worth it. It gives me more defensive power. And obviously these 3 Russian fighters are quite nice. Alright, so that's UK round number 14. And I'll be back with the USA round number 14. Okay, USA round number 14. Japan bought 10 more infantry, 3 tanks, 1 artillery and 2 more fighters. 7 infantry, 1 artillery into Russia. 3 into India. 2 tanks into Kwangtung, 1 tank into Manchuria and 2 fighters into Manchuria. He took French Equatorial Africa with a tank. He took the Belgian Congo. He took Algeria. And he actually went for the Union of South Africa, and he actually lost 2 tanks. I just can't believe that. That is amazing. What an absolute unit this guy is. And then he took Karelia, killing 1 infantry. No units lost. So he's pushed forward into Ukraine here. I'm going to meet him in Poland. He doesn't have odds to kill me, so I'm pretty confident with stepping forward like that. So the plan is this fleet's going to move into 19 with these subs and these transports. The turn after, on turn 15, I'm going to buy some more ships and start taking these points back from the Japanese here. Since he failed pretty hard in South Africa, it's going to allow the US to land in Belgian Congo and the UK to move forward, which stops this bomber from hitting this side of the continent here. So as long as I hold the coast, any transports on this side should be fine from any bombers. Yeah, I'm just thinking of what to buy. I'm getting the usual 13 units for Europe. I have 24 left, and I'm just going through what I can buy here. I could invest in an IC in Poland, because I plan on holding Poland. That's an interesting idea, definitely. Or I just put an IC in northwestern Europe and start churning an extra 5 units into Germany. Because the US has a lot of money. Right now, I don't need to invest anything else, really. I'm going to organise maybe 4 transports to start chucking 4 infantry a turn into Africa from the US. But I'm not in the position to do so yet, so I don't need to buy the infantry now. So I've got some free money. And obviously I don't need to buy ships yet, so I could get 2 bombers. Get myself up to 6 bombers. Now, I know it's kind of inefficient to have these bombers sit here, but it's constantly putting pressure on the tiles that Japan's trying to occupy here, and it'll come into effect once the US fleet arrives in 56. Then he has to back off. He has to. I mean, he can push forward, but I'm not gonna allow him an even fight. I'm gonna force him to retreat so the US can punch through and start liberating some of these territories. Start taking some of these landing zones away from the Japanese planes, and then just do what America normally does and try and get into their money. I think for victory points, I can probably get access to the Philippines here. I can contest Karelia pretty well, I think. So that'll get me to 8 points. Then I need to get 2 more, so which is either India. Is that correct? 7, 8. So yeah, I need India and then Kangsu or Japan. I don't think I'd ever get. I don't think there's too much here. It's gonna take ages for the US to even consider pushing forward. So if I can get into here, I just need him to make a mistake with his navy placement. So it might be worth actually getting the bombers, because that really does lock down where he can go. And I mean, that's a devastating strike that I've got building up. He also has 1, he's got 8 bombers total. But they're currently sitting in Russia, which doesn't really affect much. I think my plan is to hold in Europe. I'm just going to cause a stalemate in Europe until I've sorted out these problems here, and hopefully get Hawaii back in some of these territories. I need to cut down on his income. I need to start starving the Japanese here, because I think that's how I'm going to win. I do have a point lead, as I've said before, but he's going to keep keeping up. So I need to start knocking him down on income. Okay, yeah. 2 more fighters. Right, you 2 guys, I'm gonna take this out. As long as the, let's see. That is completely fine. This fight is going to land in South Africa here. Fleet's going to move here, and then I'm going to get another carrier and another fighter. think I have to trade this, and I think I have to take Belarusia here, because I need a small force in Baltic to keep trading this. Because if he gets his hands on this, he can start putting bombers there, and that'll really lock down this ocean here. So I need to take it, ideally. So I think that's fine. It's all going to die anyway. It's fine, because the rest of the Allies' forces can cover for what the US is using up here. So if I'm committing these dude, I don't want to waste the other infantry. So what am I committing? That's 3 infantry, 1 artillery. Okay, so since I'm stepping, I'm going to step into Poland here. If I step into Poland and hold in Poland, he's just going to stack these units into Karelia and then take these and then cause problems with these bombers. So I think I have to stay here for 1 more turn. I expect him to move his stack here, which forces me here. Then he can go in there. So I can't do much, really, to stop that. I'm going to block these 2. He's probably just going to trade both and move en masse here, which, yeah, it forces me off Baltic. And then, once he moves there, I'm going to appropriate my builds to stop him moving here with his stack, and then hopefully wipe it out if he does push again. But I think all he has to do is just like chess. He's forcing me to move back so he can move forward here. And then now I'm stuck in Germany. I mean, I could probably push back out to Poland again, but now he's got Scandinavia, which is more points for him. Okay. If that's the case, then I'll just leave Belarus as a dead zone still then. Because I'm gonna be forced to retreat, so I want him taking useless territory instead of gaining. So I'll leave this as German territory again. Yeah, I think that's his best move. Move here, which forces me out, and then he can move in, clean up, and then consider stacking Belarusia, maybe, and then I might be able to create a stalemate in Poland. Alright, good luck to the Americans here. Very nice. Right, hopefully we can just one round this. Okay, can we just finish this off now? Very nice. Yeah, there's no cheeky can opener that you can do. Not that you'd be able to. There's too many forces in Berlin. Yeah, I mean, everything's just going to come to Baltic for one more round. until I'm forced off. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe the UK might be strong enough. Maybe the Russians being there might be enough, but I need to stick together here. I don't have enough to defend on my own here, so right, everything's moving to 19. It should be nice and safe there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, nowhere to land. This sub's just going to chill out here until we can pair up with the rest of the navy. You lot are coming to Morocco. You two are coming to French West Africa. So I need at least 2 more. I'm still dead zoning it, so we can't move into it. I'm actually going to move these bombers to United Kingdom. Because then the following turn after that, I can move into 56. And bring the bombers back. And then dead zone 53, 52, 50, yeah, 59. Which will force him to back off down south or towards the Japanese mainland here. Is that good? Or do I need it to zone off? What's he realistically going to do here? He's moved the bomber to India. I don't need them in Europe, it's fine. I'll leave it there. If he moves here, I might move the bombers back so that he doesn't get any ideas and tries pushing forward into Southern Europe with his stack. That'd be suicide, surely. I should be able to deal with that. With a coordinated attack, hopefully. Problem is that will cost everything that the Americans have, and then I would have to finish them off with what's left with the Russians and the United Kingdom. So that's not. I mean, it'd be annoying if he does that, but I should be able to scare him off, hopefully. Right, so if I move the American Navy into 13, I can move the UK into 13 and then threaten to move into 15. I'll go in with transports and then threaten to take Egypt. Yeah. Because at the moment his bombers aren't going to cause a problem until a turn after. Okay. Yeah, I gotta use my navy for something here. I have the fighters to support, so obviously I have Italy to produce more boats as well if I need. But if I make that decision, then it delays what I'm doing in the Pacific. Because obviously America isn't filthy rich. It can't spend on boats every part of the map, so. Right, okay. Yeah, I'm going to move the American fleet here, move the British as well, and then threaten to move into 15 with a dual navy. Yeah, I gotta stop Egypt's crap. Problem is, he probably will just stack it, put an IC down, move the fighter there, and then that's the problem. It's fine. I mean, I don't need a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't need a fleet here. And he's not going to threaten to stack it with his entire stack, so these transports can actually move as well. Okay, yeah, whatever. Yeah, okay, that'll do then. That'll do. Let's move on. No, let's move the artillery into Germany. The UK is going to patch this up, which will defend this transport. Germany, I'm not sure what he's going to do with the tanks. Probably just stay in Egypt. Ideally, I needed to be aggressive with them and lose them. But I don't think he'll make the same mistake as he did with those Japanese tanks. Okay. Russia, the only thing you're doing is staying put. It's that simple. Doing absolutely nothing. There's literally no reason for you to do anything. Alright, so that is the end of Russia round 15. I'll be back with the UK round number 15. UK round 15. So all Germany did was move into Anglo-Egyptian Sudan here. I expect him to move 6 infantry and 1 tank with the Japanese. And I'm just hoping he doesn't put an IC here, because that'd be pretty strong, I think. I'm going to move the UK fleet into 13 and threaten to move both the US and the UK fleet into 15 with some transports and try and forcefully take Egypt so he can't. If I can cut where he's getting his reinforcements from, then I can finally secure Africa, I think. I wish I had done this a little bit sooner. I mean, maybe there was an opportunity to do it a little bit sooner, but I was thinking of going around this way to threaten India. But after this move he's done here, if he moves here, then he's going to kick me off, so the UK fleet is probably, now since that move set can happen, it's probably better the UK fleet remains in Europe. And then I just have to hope the US can sort something out in the Pacific, start pushing him back. Oh, this game's going to go on for ages, man. Round 32. Yeah, so I'm thinking of a 6 infantry 2 artillery buy. That's literally all the UK can really do. It's just buy infantry every round. The UK is going to secure another 2 points, so I'm going to get back up to 26, which was what I was on. And yeah, we're just going to start pushing these, taking the points back. Yeah, if I can get the UK's money up, then it could be a more reliable teammate here. We're simply just going to push forward in mass, take this as well, and I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm not going to do anything else. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm going to leave, you are coming here, That's fine. I could do that. That's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna put these transports in 13 as well. Because if need be, I will just pull. I'm gonna try and be aggressive and get to Libya with both the US and the UK. Hopefully, I have enough to hold. And the UK will just pull units from France. I think that's fine, and then these two transports will just keep delivering units to French West Africa when it can, but he's gonna start to overpower me a little bit. He's gonna have bomber support as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not right now, but if he moves the bombers to Caucasus, he threatens 13 and allows support on all African battles, which is not ideal. Okay, I think that's everything. Okay, yeah, let's just move on. There's nothing else. This sub's gonna follow the fleet. Everything's gonna come into 13. 1, 2, 3. I'll leave the fighters here. Or do I need the UK to do a fight? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can do a bombing raid on Berlin, but there's always going to be at least 13 units here, so the bomber is safe there. Is the bomber safe in Italy? Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. As long as he owns Libya, Italy's not safe for a bomber. Is a bomber safe in France? I'll put the fighters here. Yeah, because I want to threaten this. I definitely want to try and threaten and commit to this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. I mean, it's yeah. He could invest in another bomber. Move these fight. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he could get a pretty nasty air attack on 15. You'd have to seriously consider what I'm trying to do here. Yeah, 1, 2, yeah, these bombers are fine here. This bomber's fine to hit this. These fighters will be fine to hit if they're in Caucasus. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I will be owning Libya and most likely Algeria next turn. So, yeah. It's fine because I can buy ships here. Like, I could get 2 fighters from this defense, but I carry 2 fighters, the Americans. The only problem is that it does affect this, what I want to do in 56, but I might have enough defense for this fleet, because obviously his bombers are committing to Europe now, unless he moves a bomber back here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Alright, yep. So these 7 are going to move up, because why not? These guys are going to move up. And let's see, I'm going to have, how many transports are in the vicinity of France? 8? These guys are coming back. So the 2 extra infantry can be dropped into France the following turn. by the two returning transports. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the bomber can reach this if need be. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that is a problem because the fighters are not. Yeah, the fighters are not present for the attack on this. If the UK needs to hit it. But 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm not going to have these fighters in range to attack Libya. I think it's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. The US has bombards. No air support. The UK has air support. Okay. I'm going to leave the fighters here. If I want to hit this. If he wants to stack this instead, then it might give me an opportunity to take out these German tanks if they're still there. And I can still move into 15. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Yep, let's get on with it. 2 artillery, 4 infantry, 2 infantry. Alright, so that is UK round 15, and I'll be back with the United States round number 15. USA round 15. The Japanese bought 11 more infantry, 4 tanks, an artillery and another fighter. Artillery, 7 infantry into Russia, 3 infantry into India, 2 tanks to Kwangtung. 2 tanks and infantry to Manchuria, and 1 fighter into Japan. Took Bulgaria, lost 1 infantry. Took Poland, lost 1 infantry. And he took Karelia and lost 1 infantry. I'm pretty happy with that. 3 out of 3 hitbacks, very nice. Right, so I've had to really think about this round. I've put a couple notes here to help me remember what I've been going through in my head for UK's turn, because I plan on stacking 15 with my combined navies, and I'm going to threaten to take Egypt on round 16 as the US first, and then the UK would do it on round 17 if the UK is needed to assist. I'm going to position units in Italy here. I need 7 infantry, 3 artillery for the US here for these 5 transports that I'm going to bring along, because I am fully committing to trying to take Egypt here to cut off the Japanese from getting into Africa here and start and take these points back basically. For this attack, I'm going to have 4 fighters, 7 infantry, 3 artillery, and I'm going to bring my 4 bombers from America to France so that they can assist this fight. Because you can get 12 infantry, a tank, and 3 fighters to defend this. And if he's super desperate, he could bring his 8 bombers, which I don't think he'd do that. That's a bit too much to defend Egypt, but we'll see. That's why the UK is following up. The UK can follow up with a at best 3 infantry, 3 artillery attack and 2 fighters. So yeah, I want to force my way in here. I need to make a move because obviously he's making moves in Europe right now. I can get Germany's defense to impossible odds for him to take, and I have so many units to spare, so I might consider leaving a small stack in Baltic to keep trading this, or at least strong enough to challenge this stack that he's got here, right? Because he can get 12. Best case scenario, he has 12 infantry, 2 artillery, and 2 tanks that he can stack here, an AA gun. So I'm going to see if I can leave an American stack here to try and wipe this out if he tries to stack it. I don't want him sticking his bombers here or getting access to these points. I mean, the points, they do matter, but not really that much. But the more important thing is that if he gets a bomber here, he's going to zone off this ocean from any naked transports. I've also left a note here, because if he positioned his planes well, he can get free fires and 8 bomber attack on Season 17, which is where I need to go to actually attack Egypt with my transports and keep them protected. And also, I've left a note for the UK to take Algeria with infantry and artillery and a bomber attack. I need to take it, otherwise this bomber can fully attack Season 13 and pick off the American transport that I'm going to leave in 13, which I don't want him doing. It's also necessary because it stops him dropping his bombers here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's. You could do a. I just want the UK to take this, deal with that problem. So with the Pacific here, I'm just going to move my fleet here. The fleet as it is right now with the UK sub is sufficient enough to hold against what the Japanese have. I can get it to, without doing anything, obviously putting 2 fighters here, I can get Season 56 defense to 81% for me to hold, and an on average a plus 44 IPC profit for the Allies if he goes for it. But the outcomes vary so much because he only has 1 destroyer, and most of his attack forces are fighters, and most of my defense is subs. So the outcomes vary so much because anything can happen. So with all that in mind, I'm thinking of a 5 infantry, 3 artillery, and 4 tank buy. Every unit is going to go into Europe, as well as a carrier. The carrier is for Italy in Season 15, so I can drop these 2 fighters into Season 15 to help defend. He's got an 8 bomber attack on 15 right now. My fleet is sufficient enough, plus this carrier and 2 more fighters, to defend itself for a, I think it's like a 95% in my favour. And the reason I'm investing in these tanks and this artillery here is 1, to support the Egypt attack with these artillery, and then 2, so that I have a huge, hopefully enough attack power to stop this stack from moving into Southern Europe, which would be very questionable, I think, because obviously it isolates the stack here of all places. I'm not sure if that's the best thing to do, but if he does do that, then I'm going to just obliterate it with everything the US has. I'm hoping this buy and everything the US has is enough to obliterate this stack if it stays in Bulgaria or if it moves forward. But I expect him to retreat, and he might just send everything he has to Ukraine, or he might send this stack to stack Karelia. So he has a lot of choices. So I mean, now that I think about it, it's probably best for the US just to full retreat. I'm going to leave like 2 infantry and artillery to threaten to trade, but like I said, he can just stack it and there'll be nothing I can do, and then that's It's another 2 infantry you can deploy right into Europe, which is very problematic. But I'm kind of forced to because of this stack. We'll see. I'll make my mind. I might actually leave a small stack here, but enough units here to defend against this, and obviously his planes here. Besides that, I think that's everything. Okay, I think I'm happy with this. I'm going to try and take out these 2 tanks and Germans here. Hopefully that goes well. And then that's Germany out of the game for good. So the only thing that's going into 14 this turn is the American, this American carrier and these 2 fighters, because I want to protect the UK transport that's going to go in and take Algeria for the Allies. And I still have enough defences in 15 to ward off this devastating bomber attack he's got. So. Okay, so I must take this. Hopefully he doesn't get 2 hitbacks. Yeah, this is a must, and then hopefully I can take this as well with the US. If not, then the UK will just take it. But I do want the money. I do want the money going to the Americans here. Oh, and before I forget, better not make that bloody mistake. I need to take this as the US. Yeah, that'd be pretty bad if I mess that up. So I'm going to come here with 1 transport. Take 1 dude from here. Yeah, that would be pretty bad. I think he'd be able to land his fighters and have... if I don't take this, he has a 50% chance to wipe out 15, so I must take it. Because he can get these fighters involved, and they'll just land in Libya, and he can move his big stack to protect his planes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that would have been pretty bad if I forgot that. These 2 infantry. I mean, this transport has nothing to do. I could just take it down to 27. This bomber here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. I guess I could move the infantry down to here. And it'll force him to keep a bomber in the area, otherwise this transport's going to go off. Try and take some of these territories, hopefully. Okay. Yeah, I know that's questionable, but hopefully I get lucky. If not, then... well, I do need the US to succeed here, otherwise the tanks run away. So hopefully I get 2 hits without losing the fighter here. Right, good luck to the Americans. Hopefully I can get 2 hits now. Oh, come on, fighter. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Sweet. You didn't even get a hit. The last Germans didn't even put up a fight. Excellent. Now, does he have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah. So I can't push forward the UK, otherwise he literally obliterates it with the the Japanese here. Oh, come on, what are these fighters playing at, man? I'm getting lucky that he's not getting any hits. Right, very nice. Nice and simple. He didn't, I don't think he got a hit back that round. Right, so I've made probably a serious error because I committed these planes to Karelia instead of Poland, so they can't land on the carrier where I need. Okay, so for me to get like a decent chance not to just throw the game, like I don't know why I did that without thinking. I'm going to deploy the aircraft carrier here still and then send everything. This carrier that was going to go into 14 is going to have to suck it up and go into 15 as well. So I can still get an 88% chance to hold, but it's not the point though. That's not why. I literally went through all these moves and I still make a mistake. So now I'm basically sacking the transport now that the UK is going to commit. And he can actually have a better chance of doing a lot of damage as well to my fleet. It's still a net loss for him, but it's not as bad as it was because now it's slightly more. I lose slightly more now, so. Anyway though, I could use the transport now as bait, because if this bomber's going to hit it, the only legit landing space it's got left is here, here or here, and I'm threatening every single tile, so he either has to stay here with his stack, which is debatable because I might have a pretty good chance of if I can move into 16 with my fleet and have the chance to wipe Bulgaria out, the Americans, I will do it, I think. Because it's mostly just infantry. I have a lot of artillery and I'm going to get a lot more tanks. Obviously I've got all my aircraft here as well, and I'm going to get battleship and cruiser support with even more units from Italy. So if that turns out to be the better option, I'll go for that instead of going for Egypt. If he runs away, then I'll just simply continue with the plan. Me going into 17 is still available, because obviously I can still get all my fighters in range. Also over here, I'm going to leave a transport unguarded here. So if he wants to hit it, he's got to commit at least one plane and a carrier to 54. So not a good trade for him at all, in my opinion. Unless he stacks if he stacks 54 with everything he has, I have an 80% chance to wipe out what he has with everything I have left here. So I'll leave it as bait, and hopefully if he takes it I can get a decisive victory on his navy and then start cleaning up. Besides that, I just need to finish sending the Americans to Germany here. I'm going to actively leave. Okay, well, I can leave all the artillery. I think that's fine, because I'm going to have my bombers here, so technically I still have an attack. I'm going to have 4 bombers and 2 fighters that are still technically on this position. I'll leave an artillery here, move all my tanks back, and then leave 2 infantry behind. Now I'm perfectly aware that he could just hit it with he could just hit it with his air force, and probably get off scot-free, right? Or he could send these 2 tanks to go in and take it out with aircraft support. But if he's willing to do that, then if these tanks somehow survive, they're just going to die the next turn. So it's actually a profit for the allies here if he goes for that. But yet again, he could just strafe it with his planes and probably get off scot-free. I don't get a single hit. And yeah, job well done for him. Okay, so if I'm gonna throw the game as the UK, I'm just gonna ignore this. Like, if I've somehow missed taking Algeria here, that is so bad. I have to take it. It does suck because I'm most likely going to lose this transport. I did want to help support the attack on Egypt, but it is what it is. Also, there's an opportunity for a 1-2 punch as well if he stays here. Going with the US and clean up with with the UK. I don't think I'll commit the Russians unless I absolutely have to. If it's a crucial fight, I'll include them in the. I'll change a 1-2 punch to a 1-3 punch, basically. Because obviously I can't replace what the Russians have. Besides that, I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to leave the sub here just to zone off all these areas where you can put naked transports down. And yes, everything is moving where it should be. If he somehow wins, he does not have odds on this. And I'm going to have, yeah, that's 7, 8, and then 2 artillery that I'm going to put down. Yep, this is blocked. Blocked, and this will be blocked as well. I'm not going to take this because I'm not going to be this far up anymore. Because if he wants, he can dominate this position and take it. So there's no point me flipping that for him to just hold it permanently, pretty much, with what he has. Okay. Yeah, so the UK is going to go with its. Okay, so I completely forgot the UK had 2 carriers, so it's actually slightly better odds. So I could have probably gotten away with putting the. Oh well, I've already. Whatever, I've already committed. Okay, yeah, that's all that Russia's going to do this turn. That's not really anything too important. Okay. Oh, actually, it's UK's turn now. Yeah, I killed Germany. So. Oh, okay then. All right. Well then, I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing. What was it? It was yeah, that's done. This is done. UK must do this. UK must do this. And then if I'm moving here, I must follow these orders here. So UK buy, I think I was thinking of, what was it again? I think I was thinking of investing in tanks if I can. Which I don't think I can. So I need this transport. Okay, so one transport's coming here, two transports are going to be here. I need 2 infantry, 2 artillery to move here from the UK, which means 2 infantry are going to move up, and then 2 infantry are going to get deployed in the United Kingdom, so I need 1 transport in 8. And that is it. I'm going to take this, and that is literally all the UK is doing. And I'm also retreating with the UK, so... Okay. 6 and 2, yeah. Okay, so I must take... Let's not mess this up. I'm going to leave these infantry here. So I'm going to come in here, take in artillery. Oh wait, no. 2 infantry. Warmer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the UK is not anywhere else. Okay. Yeah, I wish the Americans were had more lights here, but obviously the US is only doing the training here. But the advantage I have is that my production's right here, his is right here, so he's got 1, 2, 3 turns before his reinforcements arrive. I have 1. Besides that, I think that's everything. 2, 3, 4. Ideally, I want him to be on... it's not actually that bad. No, it's fine. It's fine, I think. I ideally want the US carriers to live. So these guys are moving here. And then these 2 are moving across. And I think that's it, yeah. I think that's everything. Hopefully I haven't screwed this up. I have to sack... If I fail to get a hit, I have to sack the bomber to try and take the territory, so... Hopefully the bomber just makes it nice and easy here. Very nice. Right, lock in the carrier here. What does 1 less destroyer look like? 88%. Should I leave a destroyer here? I'd rather not mess around with that, to be honest. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it as defensible as possible and just hope that he doesn't hit the transport. Like I said, if he does hit the transport, he will be paying, because obviously the bomber can only land here, here and here, so he's forced to stay if he wants to protect that bomber. And if he stays, then the US does have a pretty devastating attack on this, so the UK can also follow up as well. These guys are going to move forward, and the rest are just going to stay here and wait. So, no. You idiot man, idiot. Absolute moron. Wow. Okay. So I used the wrong transport. I used the wrong transport. I took the one from here instead of the one from here. Now I'm gonna have one less transport in range. Oh my days, man! What am I doing? Oh my god, man! So I'm gonna have one transport assist this. That is so bad, man. Come on, man. That is irreversible. I can't send. There's no point sending the transport here. It just dies. Oh my days. It's like, do I even want to win the game anymore? Like, I keep making these small mistakes. They will add up. I mean, they are adding up. So, the UK's attack on Egypt, so I need to hope the US is sufficient enough. Oh my days. And I can't even have the UK take Transjordan right after. Oh my god, man. Let's see. So the US is doing its thing. So I'm actually going to have the UK bomber here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And obviously I'm going to have 2 fighters. So I do have an attack on Trans. I'm going to have an infantry and artillery. Bomber, 2 fighters, and obviously, yeah, that's it, I think. So if he's going to stack here and move these guys, the US should be able to hopefully deal with this, and the UK can take Transjordan. But obviously, I've kneecapped the UK's attack again by using the wrong transport to send into 14. Come on, mate. I am going to leave the UK AA here, so that if he commits planes, I might get lucky and pop a plane. So, yep. Yep, okay then. So sick. Oh man, I might as well just send the other. I don't know. I might have this still alive, we'll see. But it's not the point, though. It's not the point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So technically I still have a transport that's still... So if he does take Libya, I can have this transport, engage this, and then still have this transport hit. We'll see. Besides that, we've got a nice defense here. And it'd be an absolutely devastating mistake if he moves forward. Hopefully, I have a free nation punch on this, so yeah. Well, it looks like Africa's going well. All right, I'm happy with this then. We'll leave this note up because it's still valid. I still need what I can send here to stack that. The best, I mean, if he wants, he can trade these. I mean, the best thing for him to do is to trade these and run away. Trade these, run away, take this with this stack. That stops me. Or send the stack down, but send enough to take it, and then just send these tanks and air support to take this out so I can't trade it back. Right, so that's the end of UK round 16. I'll be back with USA round number 16. Okay, USA round number 16. So the Japanese bought 12 infantry, 1 bomber, 1 fighter, and 1 aircraft carrier. Aircraft carrier and fighter into Sea Zone 60, bomber into Japan, 8 infantry into Russia, 3 infantry into India, 1 infantry into Kwangtung. He took Karelia, lost 1 infantry, he took Southern Europe, no units lost, he took Libya, no units lost, and yeah, he went and attacked Baltic states. He destroyed an artillery, 2 infantry, 1 aircraft anti-air battery, and lost 2 fighters. So I'm pretty happy with that. He was pretty adamant on taking Baltic here. I mean, to be fair, I did have 13 tanks, 2 infantry and artillery, and obviously all my planes to wipe it out. But, you know, it cost 2 fighters. Now, I believe my opponent has made a serious error here, and he moved everything into Southern Europe. That is not. That is a pretty. I think it's a pretty devastating mistake here. The US can wipe this out on its own. The US can wipe this out comfortably on its own, and on average have 13 artillery left, and obviously all my tanks, all my planes. So that's on average. So at the cost of was it 33 infantry, 2 artillery on average, I can wipe all of this out, which obviously I'm going to take. That's a huge profit for the Allies right there. Yeah, there's no way he wins this battle here. So I'm definitely going to take this out here. I'm going to take an infantry, take this for the Americans, save the artillery, and have the UK deal with this. And have the UK actually put an infantry forward as well. Yes, so I think this is a straight up tactical blunder here. It does buy Egypt an extra round, but he's just... This is a waste of material for Japan here. Especially since this is so far out, it's not going to get reinforced. It's... I don't know what he was thinking. But anyway, it's the Americans. I'm thinking of 12 infantry, 1 artillery, an aircraft carrier, and a fighter. I can't push forward because he has a 6 fighter, 1 bomber attack on 53. So I'm simply just going to take Hawaii with the transport, sack the transport. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I'm not confident my surface fleet can handle 6 fighters and a bomber. So I'm simply just going to sack the transport. You can't take it back, so it's fine. I could support the invasion with planes, so this will be mine. This will be mine pretty much for the rest of the game, unless I blunder the Pacific Fleet, which I don't think I can. I don't think I will blunder it. Pretty solidified here now. I'm just going to increase my carrier and fighter capacity for my navy here, and slowly push forward. I'm probably going to send this transport down to 41, and then take Eastern, take these points off him, and then start cleaning up. Yeah, and then round 16, I'll clean up Egypt if I can. Alright, so without further ado, I'm pretty happy with this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, very obviously he could get an outstanding result, but it's impossible for him to win. It's literally, I have so much attack power on this target here. Yeah. 33 infantry, 15 artillery, 13 tanks, 4 fighters and a bomber. 4 bombers, sorry. I mean, the game's liking it. Against 43, 5 and 7. Yeah, I mean, there's just a huge disparity of attack power here. And yeah, I'm going to have the UK deal with this. Just going to leave this alone. And I'm going to retreat the artillery. Yeah, he's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's still a complete dead zone, so I can't push forward. Yeah, there's nothing in the I'm just going to let the UK deal with this problem. Yeah, don't forget to do this. That would be a mistake. Can't reach, whatever. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Worst case scenario, I have to sack a fighter. One, two, three, four. Buy aircraft carrier fighter. Let's see. Alright, so if he really wants to hit 56, 1, 2, 3, 4, he can hit it with 6 fighters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The bomber can't land, but yeah, if he really wants to hit this with 6 fighters, he has a 0.2% chance to win. So. I don't think it's worth 6 fighters trying to do this much damage. Obviously the subs won't get hit, so he's going to be hitting the destroyers and the the rest of my surface ships and my planes, but yeah. Big profit for the Allies if he goes for this, if that wasn't obvious enough. Anyway, I think that's literally it. On average, yeah, on average, he kills 33 infantry, 2 artillery, which I'm happy with, because it's the majority of my artillery intact, all my tanks, and obviously all my planes, because he's got no AA here, so I'm not risking any planes here. Alright, let's get on with this. Big fight. Big fight. Alright, hopefully this fight's nice and simple. Hey, an infantry hit. Love it. No hitbacks, very nice. Alright, here comes the big one. It literally, just gotta see how much damage this guy could do back to me. Alright, okay. So, good luck. I think that was pretty poor for a round 1. Yeah, awful. Come on, man, what is this? Even this is a bit questionable. Yeah, I mean, he had a pretty decent response. I think that's okay. Come on, man. Okay, so it looks like he's going to get above average result. Yeah, he wow, okay. Alright, that's still fine though. Yeah, he did get an above average result. Wow, awful rolls from the Americans here. Whatever, the territory is mine. Right. Yeah, 2 fighters, fighter here. Let's take the... Yeah, let's take both these dudes, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yep. I expected to move the bomber down here just to zone this off. Take the transport out. Is this does he have to commit the bomber here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he wouldn't do that. That's silly. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if he wants to take it out with a fighter, he's got to commit a carrier here. Which I think he has enough strength to do so, to move forward here. Right, so let's save the artillery. This fighter. Let's put you on here, and then the other fighter can just go into America. Not yeah, America. Yeah. Berlin. That's great note, isn't it? Let's see. So I do actually want a transport, 18, just to, because I'm going to lose this one. These transports, I have 5 here. Probably just send another 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4. 6. Okay, so Pretty sure I'm happy with these moves. I'm going to send a transport down. I'm going to send 2 transports because I think both these ones are going to get picked off by a bomber. Which I have plenty of transports, I think that's fine. Just to take these points off Japan. So I was looking at this and I was thinking, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this here. Obviously it should be a little bit higher for the Americans because he did get a pretty good result for his defense. But despite that, we have 100, well, almost 100 attack. Actually, I think it will be because the UK is going to have its turn. It's going to push me over. So I'm pretty happy with that. And of course, I have all my armor and majority of my artillery attack still. So, and he doesn't have much artillery himself. And obviously, I wiped out quite a few amount of his tanks. But he's still got quite a few, of course. He's going to lose one here though. And I mean, I have I'm going to have 3 transports worth of Americans to chuck into Egypt here. And all my planes. So should have a decent attack. And since the UK still has its transport here, the UK does have a decent attack on this as well. So I can plan a 1-2 punch. Ideally he does not put... where did he put... Where did he put those fighters? Oh no, they died. Oh yeah, they died. Okay. Because I was worried that he was going to stick fighters there. But you can still stick 1. But the US and the UK should have a decent 1-2 hit on this. Alright, I'm happy with these moves here. Awesome, okay. I'm just going to leave 2 transports here. I don't know what to do with them. But if need be, I can just take a couple units from here and just hit Finland, or take this real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. These don't have any effect yet unless they get moved here. Okay, awesome. Now I want... Yeah, I'll leave it on sack because the US is making so much money, and fighters are more cost effective than carriers, so... let's see, I need 3 infantry here and then the rest. Okay, very nice. That's still valid, and then these are notes for me to remember. The UK. Okay, that's more like it. Yeah, okay. Russia's gonna just do nothing. There's no need for Russia to do anything. I could move forward here. Yeah, I don't see why not. UK takes this back. Okay, well then, that's a shame. I already input my move. It might have been better just to have the Russians push. Bugger. Yeah, so I could try and attempt to kick him off with the UK and the Russians. Oh, you fool. Man, come on. Bugger. Fine, I'll do the next best thing and just push forward. He's not going to hit me with 3 tanks. a fighter and a... Yeah, come on. Man, that would have been a pretty good move, because I dealt with this and then the Russians... Okay, I mean, yeah, I should have done that, man. Whatever, it's fine. It does delay me a little bit in progress in Europe. I can't move the UK here now, because obviously he has 11, 2... 2 tanks, and obviously his aircraft. Whatever, it's fine. I'll take this to the UK and we'll push this forward. Got a tunnel vision a little bit there. It's annoying. UK buy. 4 and 4. 2 transports are committed to the med here, so I technically can commit 3 if I wanted to. I can get just 8 total, so that would be 3 and 3, and then 1 and 1. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. He's most likely gonna, because I didn't move the Russians forward. He's probably gonna stick a bomber here, and then yeah. God damn it. It's fine. I might be able to get 6 infantry and invest in some aircraft for the UK here. Man. It's fine. I'll have the UK and it's fine. Yeah, so the UK would take it. He's probably going to take it back. I'm going to move the UK forward, and then on US's next turn, move the US, then Russia, then the UK. Try and kick him off. Then this army will catch up. My plan is to probably try and step into Belarus and dead zone West Russia, so he has to retreat. Yep, I think that's fine. God damn it, man. Yeah, 4 and 4. I think that's fine. 3 and 3 here, 1 and 1. Where's that bomber? There it is. Now, 2 fighters, it's fine, they can deal with this. Move 2 guys over. So, I need 3 and 3 here. Okay, that's fine. This bomber can assist this, take it with 2 infantry. Right, I think this is it. Yeah, Libya and Baltic. Should be pretty simple fights here. Okay, nice. Hopefully the bomber gets a hit, makes it nice and simple here. All the infantry, fair enough. Okay, so that gives UK a little bit of a boost for income. That's so stupid. The bomber's going to stay in Italy. Actually, it doesn't need to. It can stay in Germany here. So I need 3 and 3 here, so let's move 1 and 1. I'm very happy with that result. Killing 2 fighters. Very nice. Yeah, so I have a pretty devastating attack here now. So, best decision for him is to back off. If he holds, that's just another mistake, I think. If the Americans can't take it, the UK will just take it right after. And then whatever's left will just march on to India. And now he's got to cover this front now, and this front. So that's a huge area that Japan has to cover on its own. And obviously I'm opening up here, so problems are just starting to mount for the Japanese here. Okay, yeah, happy with these moves here. Right, 3 and 1, and then the rest here and here. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, that's still frustrating. I definitely should have pushed here instead. It is what it is. Right, the UK's getting back up there now. Only around roughly half of what Japan has, but got a nice 100 points plus here. 100 points IPC above Japan here. Okay, so that's the end of UK round 17. I'll be back with the USA round number 17. Alright, that's the end of this game. Yeah, he took a look at the board and he didn't like what he was seeing, so he forfeited. No buys, no nothing. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with the result. I do think as when the Axis are in this position and it's Japan versus the UK and America, I think it's very, very difficult for Japan to win. I think it's very lopsided in the balance of power. Because every time I've been Japan and Germany's fallen, it's too much. It gets too much for Japan. There's too many fronts. I was about to open a new one in the Pacific with the Americans. I think the biggest flaw with Japan trying to win the game is the fact that China and obviously Russian territories are so worthless. They are so worthless. They grant hardly anything in points. And plus the distance, really. I think an integral part of why he failed was the fact that I did not flip Caucasus here. So I'm pretty chuffed with that. Yeah. I mean, he was in control of his area for probably the last 8 rounds. And he got, that's 36 less infantry up front, right? He had to buy tanks to catch up with the rest. And I do notice in Axis games, even if Japan aggressively takes Africa, Africa is so easily accessible for both the UK and America here. It's very hard to hold Africa as Japan without a Germany bogging down the Allies. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this result. I'm glad I won the game at the end of the day because it did go on for quite a while. I did make quite a few mistakes in this game, but I think the finishing move was definitely. I don't know why he moved here. the position is so isolated, and obviously I appropriated my previous buy for this outcome, and it worked, you know, with amazing success. I had all my heavies intact, and obviously my artillery core still around, and from there, from this point onward, it would have just been a slow crushing of Japan. He obviously lost the African front, he's going to lose the Pacific, and this blow here, the UK and the Russians could probably just push and extend themselves on their own, and then the Americans follow up behind with the armoured core. It just become a bit too unstoppable. He's got nothing left, really. 1, 2, 3. So that's another 24 units you could get in Russia. So you'd have roughly what's that? Like 39 infantry, but that's enough. 39 infantry and a couple tanks, obviously all his bombers, but that's nothing really against what the Allies are going to accumulate over time. Yeah, so GG's and well played to my opponent here. I'm pretty happy that I beat this dude because I did notice earlier this guy is he's on the rankings here. He's actually 9 of Axis, so I'm pretty chuffed with that. I think it shows in the previous season I was a lot stronger of an Axis player, but I really wanted to improve my allies, so I kind of like stopped playing Axis for a while and just banged out a couple dozen allies games just to try and hone in on my tactics, and yeah, I'm pretty chuffed that I beat this dude. Yeah, so yeah, that is the end of it. GG's and well played to my opponent. I thoroughly enjoyed that game, and I'll catch you in the next one.